Let's face it, when we start a business, some of us have no idea what we're getting into. And if you don't have anybody to teach you, you learn really quick that you need quite a bit of money to get things going, to keep things going, and to grow. Well, in today's episode, we are going to show you where that money comes from and how you can get it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Elizabeth Spraggins, and I am the founder of All Joy Inspired and the owner of Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. Digging from Darkness, Living in Light is a group of, we call them life travelers, people who have been through quite a bit of experience, good and some bad, and made it to the other side. And these people make it their mission in life to help other people travel that journey as well. So today we have got a really informative, but still it's going to be fun. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to bore you to death because, well, let's face it, it's Saturday night and it's date night in the Spraggins house. And I'm getting to see some old friends tonight. So I'm in a really good mood, you guys. But here we go. All right. We got to talk about the elephant in the room. We have to discuss something that is not talked about around the dinner table in polite society because people consider it rude. Money, the F word of startup businesses. Most people, when they have a dream to start a business, they have a mission, they have something in their heart, in their head, and they're really motivated, but their pockets are empty. You understand what that's like? You understand what that's like? I know I do. I got to tell you, I've been at this new company for, it's coming up on about a year. And let me tell you, all of this, I learned all of this. Sometimes it's not a fun ride. Okay, stand by. I dropped something on the floor. Stay right there. I'm going to talk at you for a second. Hold on. Oh, I get a little enthusiastic and then I drop shit. I drop shit. I've got to be more careful. Okay. So it takes money to start a business. It doesn't take money to do certain building blocks that you can put in place. Now, these are things that are going to prepare your business to be presented to the public when it becomes operational officially. And we're going to talk about that on another show because I didn't want to bore you guys. It's Saturday night. I'm in a festive mood. My friends and I are going to do karaoke. And I can sing. I can sing. So before we begin, I want to give a huge, loving, hearty shout out to Beard Vet, the guys and gals over at beardvet.com. I love them. They are the most wonderful people. It is a veteran-owned company that employs veterans, able-bodied and uniquely abled bodies, people with PTSD or physical injuries coming back, rejoining their friends and family. Okay. Hi, guys. Lovebeardvet.com. Oh, crap. Right there. Okay. I'm still getting used to the whole mirror thing. You know what? It's Saturday night. I'm feeling pretty damn good. We're going to talk about something that's not necessarily a ton of fun, but I know you're all curious. Where does the magic money come from? Where does the money come from? And what are the types of money? First, you got to know what kind of money you're going to go after because there's like a zillion sources of money that you can go after when you're a business owner. And I have been officially in business now, not with All Joy Inspired, but my corporation has been in business going on year 4. In a couple of months, it'll be 4 years. And I've stayed alive. Now, they say if you make it past the 2-year mark, you're over the hump. So just get to the 2-year mark, and then you're going to see things start to step up as far as becoming easier. The first 2 years, though, they're going to make you or break you. Okay, here we go. Let's get the show started. Learning about how to acquire money so your business can get off the ground or even expand can really feel like a foreign language. But here we are going to go over what the different sources of business lending is. Something that you can do all by yourself and really get your business on the move. Yeah, right? Okay. That went pretty fast. I got enthusiastic, I guess. We're just going to go through these. I promise I'm not going to drone on you guys. I'm super amped right now. We all need money. All businesses need money to even get off the ground. And then when you get off the ground, you're going to find, as you start putting pieces together to finance all of the things that you need in order to be a functioning, available business that produces a service or a product, you're going to need these things and you're going to need money to make it happen. Now, what happens if your personal life hasn't been so awesome as far as money goes, but that's why you're starting a business? So you're kind of in a catch-22. Well, today's going to help you out. Feel free to go to the transcript after the show is over. There are going to be transcripts. I think it's on YouTube. And there are, download the video. You can download the video. It's across many platforms, or just revisit it. Take notes. Take notes. Okay. The first one we're going to talk about is it's called an SBA. It's bank loan, business bank loan. Now, business bank loan can be one of the hardest sources of money to acquire. It can be the hardest. Why? Because it's a bank. A bank knows better. The bank has access to credit checks and all kinds of stuff. So if you're starting up and your personal credit score, oh yeah, they look at that. They look at that. Even as a business owner, they look at your personal credit score because they don't want people to open businesses, take out a bunch of money, and then file for business bankruptcy. That would happen all the time, right? So they look at your personal spending habits to determine whether or not you're going to be responsible with this business money. Makes sense, right? You most likely have to have a credit score of 690 or above. I mean, in this economy, I know very few people, including myself, that are doing super great on that whole spinny wheel looking thing. You know what? And more importantly, your business has to have been operational for a few years, because when you go in for a business loan, they want to look at your profit and loss statements. They want to look at your bank statements. So yeah, so is that going to work for you if you're brand new business? Probably not. No, it's not going to work. Personal loans. One of the reasons I don't recommend personal loans when you are trying to raise money for your business is because it puts your personal assets at risk. When you go for a personal loan, and just say the worst happens and you can't pay it back, right? It's going to screw up your ability to get any other loans. Now, if your business, doesn't function well for whatever reason, and you have a hard time paying it back on time, and that doesn't necessarily affect your personal credit. But what happens is when you get a personal loan, you've got to put your personal assets at risk. So if you file for bankruptcy, they can come take your stuff, right? Yeah, you don't want that. Direct lenders. I have had experience with direct lenders, and let me tell you, another phrase to use to describe direct lenders are the words loan shark. Loan shark. These people provide an out for you. Direct lenders, I recommend to be used only as a last resort. My experience with direct lenders was, sure, they gave me the money I needed to do the expansion, but then they're taking money out of your business bank account every day. Even if your deposit doesn't happen but once a week or on odd days of the month, because people, vendors, they're going to pay you when they pay you. So if you don't have a predictable stream of income, or if you're a new business and you have no income yet, they're going to take money out of your account every day. So anything you have in there, gone. And then let's talk about what happens if you refuse to pay the loan back. Scary situation, right? So direct lenders, last resort. It is not a good time. And even if you're having deposits come into your business bank account, right? And they're taking all your money out, how are you supposed to get anywhere? It's a mess. It's a mess. I don't recommend them. You could do advertising for other businesses. Now, an example of this is when you go to a blog, right? You're reading all of these independent journalists, like Matt Couch or James O'Keefe. People like that, or whoever your favorite blog or independent journalist is. I don't hate anybody. Okay, I just don't. I don't have that hate in my heart. Typically, what you'll see is advertisements on their page. That's how these people pay their bills. If they are publishing this information or these stories or these newsletters for free, and they've got these little pop-ups, that's how they earn their income. So you could get started for free, writing a blog, writing a newsletter, and then offering advertising space. Now, there are different websites where you can find out how to do this. If you want more information about that, contact me at Elizabeth Spraggins at alljoyinspired.com. I got to put that up there. I got to make some money. It's how we pay for the business, you guys. Okay. Don't hate. Don't hate. You could do advertising. Or, if you've got a website and it's brand new, you could get the word out through your social media, through your friends and family, and then just put a little square on there for, that leads to another company's website. And every time someone clicks on that, you get paid. It's, okay. Government grants. I have experience applying for government grants. And let me tell you, have any of you ever purchased a house? It's kind of like that. Government grants require a lot of very specific information. And the detail that sticks out most to me is that your business or your service or your product has to serve an underprivileged or at-risk community, which means government grants typically go to products or services that are going to enrich the community in one way or another. Yeah, very important details. So let's just say if you're a little freaky deaky and your service or product is outside of what you could talk about, let's say at the supermarket, wink, 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 probably not going to get that government grant. Or maybe if you've got a bunch of t-shirts with some politically charged commentary, probably not going to get that grant. So you might have to look elsewhere. Okay. Private donations. You could do that, right? There's nothing saying you can't. Private donations, it usually happens when people throw a party. Something you see in the movies, they throw a gala or a fundraising ball of some kind. That's how people raise private donations. And what they do is they ask for a per plate gift or an entry gift or donation to be at this party. People do that all the time. And another way they can do it, and another way you can do it, and this is especially helpful for people who are starting up who have very little money or no money. You can sell raffle tickets. You can sell raffle tickets for a prize. Let's just say I know a lot of my classmates and alumni, they have merchandise shops. Some people have like a full-on store. Some people have t-shirt shops. Some people have books for sale that they published or written. And some people, they do personal training. They do mentoring or coaching. You could sell raffle tickets for like $1, maybe $3 or $5 or whatever you feel like selling the tickets for. And at the end of the period of time, you grab a big old fish bowl or something fun or funny, do it on camera, pick up the ticket on camera, hold it up to the camera so people know you're not screwing them over, right? And that person gets a prize. That is a genius way to raise money for your business. You can do this every now and then with different prizes, things of that nature, right? Oh, another one. People forget about this all the time. It blows my mind because you see people when, troubling times come their way. But you could create a GoFundMe or a Give, Send, Go. Perfect. And even to that point that I'm making, you can make it like a worldwide campaign. These people, and ask your friends and family to share your campaign. You don't have to spend money to do a Give, Send, Go or a GoFundMe. And that's a great way to raise money as well. People do it all the time. Businesses do it all the time. Or you could ask private citizens for donations. One of the things that's on my list is to approach all these hoity-toity casinos, right? And local businesses, the big businesses and corporations. I'm going to start sending out letters to all of these people, asking them if they would be kind enough to donate to my mission, to my cause. Something you can do too. It takes what? I don't know what the price of a stamp is now these days. I bought a book like 6 months ago, and I don't know how much I paid for it, but it costs less than $1 to mail a letter, right? It's what? A penny for a piece of paper? Write letters. Write letters to people asking for donations to your cause. Super easy, and it's almost free. Okay, angel investors. That's a term that we hear sometimes, angel investors. But do you really know what an angel investor is? Well, an angel investor is someone that can finance your startup or help you with your expansion. And what they do is it could be a one-time investment, or it could be a continued means of financial support. But the key to acquiring an angel investor is that your business and your success will benefit them in some way. So it is in their best interest to finance you. Now think about that. Okay, let's come up with an example. I freaking love football. I've had football on my brain all day. Okay, all day. Well, let's just say you're a coffee company, right? You're a coffee company and there is a bean processing factory next to you, but they need help to go operational. And your coffee company is spending a ton of money outsourcing, buying beans from overseas. So a coffee bean company opening next to you would save you a ton of money in distribution costs, right? So it is in your best interest to finance that startup right next to you to get up off the ground, because it would save you a ton of money. So the coffee company that would be investing in the bean place next to them, that would be considered an angel investor. Think Richard Rawlings from Garage Monkey. When he does garage rehab, he is an angel investor. He helps people rehab their garage and, un-F their business so he can make a percentage of it. And that's usually how angel investors work. What they're doing is they're buying in to a percentage of your future profits. Fine. If you need the money and they have it, you don't mind giving them 5, 6, 7% of your future profits, like forever? Fine, screw it, right? And there's another thing called peer-to-peer lending, which is when other businesses will lend you money and you promise that, hey, if you need money, when I have it, I'll help you out as well. It's good for networking. Peer-to-peer lending is good for networking because word of mouth is big. It's big in business. In fact, it is one of the most powerful ways to grow your business is word of mouth. People don't remember what you say or what you do. People remember how you make them feel. And if you're going to be a member of the community as a functioning, successful business, you're going to need to know the other businesses around you, especially if you get into trouble. You want people to help you out. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It's Saturday night. Oh my God, I'm in such a mood right now. Okay. And then there's such a thing as microcredit, lines of credit, and credit cards. Right up there to direct lenders. If you're a startup company and you don't have a reliable stream of income yet, and your income is still spotty, I would consider microcredit or credit card use for a little bit later down the road. And when you do have that steady income, because the way that credit cards work or microcredit, it's usually less than $50,000. But the good thing about microcredit is that sometimes you don't need a verifiable credit history. So if you're brand new, if you're a brand new business or one that's not making a ton yet, it might not be such a problem, but they're very small loans. So if you're looking to, let's just say, get an office space or apply for multiple licensing, and that can cost money depending on what you actually do, and you need little to no collateral. But I digress. Are you bored yet? Okay, because that was the most boring part of the show. So again, if you want specific information about this, watch the replay, go to the transcript, take notes, or you could just reach out to me, Elizabeth Spraggins at alljoyinspired.com. Hey, moving on. Learning about how to acquire money so your business can. So we're learning about bigger business money, but what if you're just a regular person and you have no money and you need to get your business started to begin with? Well, we're going to teach you some ways to raise money if you haven't yet opened your business or if your business is brand new. The signal in the city of Las Vegas, I am nearly in downtown. I'm on the other side of the freeway. It's garbage right now. So if the sound gets a little bit wonky, I'm sorry. I can't control the weather. Yeah. So what if you don't even have a business yet? What if you've got the name and an idea, but you have zero money? You don't even have a business bank account yet. In fact, you are still full-time working a regular job. Where do you get money then? Okay. Very easy to get overwhelmed. It's very easy to feel like you're, like you're screwed. It's very easy to feel trapped. You have sources of money all around you. All around you. Admit it, we've all got a junk drawer. You've got this drawer in the kitchen, which has a bunch of crap in it, probably from the last 10 years, right? Same with the rest of the house. Now, the saying goes that if you don't pick something up or touch it for a year, chances are you're never going to. Now, I know there's some of you out there that are collectors of everything, and no hate, but you're especially fortunate as, new salesman with sources of money, because if you are a super collector, aka borderline hoarding, you got lots of stuff to sell. Lots. So we're going to get you started making bits of money. But let me tell you, the bits of money grow. If you put them together, they grow. So yard sales. Who here has never been to a yard sale? And then what rock have you been living under? Yard sales. Sell old things that you have no desire to keep for $1, for $5, for $10, things that you don't need in your house. Yard sales. Everyone loves a good yard sale. Make it fun to look at, or interesting. Have some music playing. Make it fun. But yard sales can be a great source of extra money. And what a lot of people know, specifically military spouses, are really good at this. They go to flea markets, they go to swap meets, they go to yard sales, and they buy something super cheap, and then they resell it at a higher price. Perfect. So if you buy something for $1, you take it home and you clean it up a little bit, sell it for $5. That's a 400% profit. And if you do that on the weekends, holy hell, you could make several $100s a month doing that. And that right there pays for your business license, pays for a lot of stuff. Yard sales. Next, we're going to talk about something called affiliate sales. Oh, I know. Super simple, super understandable example. I have a store. Now, if something happens to me and I get overwhelmed in another area of running my companies, what I plan on doing is offering people a percentage of the sale to keep the flow of revenue going. So let's just say you're out there, you want to make a couple extra dollars, but you're really good at getting people to buy stuff. I would offer you $5 for every t-shirt you could sell. How many t-shirts would you sell? Right? You go everywhere. Get your friends, your family. Hey, trying to make some extra money, buy a t-shirt. They don't need to know that you're getting paid for it. For the sale of the t-shirt, you could tell them that, you're helping out in exchange for something, but it doesn't matter. But that would make you an affiliate salesperson. Let's just say somebody has a really interesting product, and you think it's like the coolest thing, and you bought one and you love it. And you go and you tell all your friends and family, hey, this thing is super neat. Here, look at this. And then they're like, well, I want one too. Where do I go buy it? And you give them the link to the website and then they buy it. You know, you could get paid every time someone buys something when you recommend it. That's free. It is free to do affiliate marketing. I mean, kind of, it depends on which company, but there are companies out there that will pay you hefty sums of money when you manage to sell their stuff. Now, there is an amazing education to become a professional affiliate marketer. Get a hold of me. I will put you in touch with those people if that's what you want. But you don't need a ton of stuff. You don't need a big fancy office. You could do this from your kitchen table, right? Good way to acquire raise money for your business. Social media sales. Oh, okay. We need to have a talk about this because there are some of you people out there on Facebook, right? And you send me a friend request. We were just talking about this today. This is so funny. We were just talking about this today. I accept a friend request and immediately these people are trying to sell me something in my DMs. Stop doing that. Stop it. I will never, ever, ever buy something from someone who immediately sends me a sales message after, having their friend request accepted. Stop doing that. It's ignorant and it's rude. It's just rude. But you could sell things on social media. You don't even need to pay for a store. I mean, it's super helpful. It's super helpful if you have a store and a website, yeah. But if you're just getting started and you're just raising money, first you have to buy the product, have it in your house, you have it sitting in your garage or in a spare bedroom or something. You could have people buy something from you on social media platforms. Email addresses are free. Social media, pages are free. Now, as you start making money, you're going to need to develop and pay for these things, right? But if you are super, super hurting for money right now, there are so many free ways that you can start raising money to grow into a functioning, operational, profitable business. Again, if you want details, get a hold of me. Hold on a second. We got something here. Didn't I? It's Elizabeth Spraggins at alljoyinspired.com. Y'all remember that, right? Okay. Online, that's screwy. Okay, we're moving on because I am feeling super sparkly today. We are going out tonight. Hey! When you get to learning these things and you actually start trying them, you're going to have a few missteps, and you know what? That's okay. But it is really, really important that you don't give up. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed, stop. Here's why. I get overwhelmed all the time, and I am a super chill individual. I am so super chill. You ever see a Zen individual lose their shit? Like, it's interesting to say the least, but I got to tell you, I'm still in my first year of All Joy Inspired. It's going to be, actually, is it? Yes, because my business license was active July 23rd, I think. So I'm officially still in my first year. I've got another year to go before I'm out of the danger zone. And let me tell you, sometimes it's not a fun ride. It's not a fun ride sometimes, but it's in my heart. But you, as a brand new, especially if you are just starting to make baby steps into launching your business, or if you haven't even done that yet, be prepared. Starting and growing a business is a lot like raising a child. Just I want to smack the shit out of it sometimes. I'm kidding. But your business is going to need a spanking. It's going to need a spanking sometimes, or it's going to grow up and it's going to fail. You don't want that. You're going to have to do some tough love while you're doing this process. And it's not always easy, but every time that something doesn't go right, it's an opportunity for you to learn a new way to do something. And that new way that you try to do what you weren't able to accomplish might just be the ticket to you blowing up overnight. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Start seeing your failures as clues, not as a reason to be down on yourself, but as a happy thing, because that thing that you tried that didn't work out, that application for money, for a grant, for donations that didn't quite work out, that just got you one step closer to getting it right. We'll talk about that, but that's part of the mindset. Today we're doing education and technical, BS, which you need to know this. You need to know this. Okay. Asking for help. Oh my God. Oh, asking for help. How many of you out there are too pride to ask for directions? Or when you're shopping with your spouses and you would rather walk around the damn store than ask an associate where something is? You know who you are. You know who you are. Or when you get sick, you don't go to the doctor. Yep. We all know who you are. You know you're out there. As a business owner, you have resources. And if you don't know what those resources are, someone does. So it's important you start talking to people around you. And that's another reason you want to get to know other business owners who are functioning, who are profiting. Talk to them. So when you have times of stress and times of catastrophe, if that does happen, and sometimes it might, you have a source to get yourself out of it. Start talking to people. Acting like a business owner means knowing other business owners and knowing when you need help. Put your pride aside. I'm guilty of this sometimes. I don't want to be embarrassed because I have an especially colorful past. I have a very interesting past, but every day there's at least one person that throws it in my face. It's not always heartwarming to have that thrown in my face. I got to tell you, I'm an honest individual. It bothers me sometimes. It hurts my feelings every once in a while. And yeah, I feel like I've always got something to prove. So if I need help, I don't always ask for it. But when I do ask for it, I get shit like this in the mail. I wrote to governors. I've written to senators. I've written to congressmen. Every one of them has written me back. In one way or another, every single one of them has acknowledged me. And I'm going to keep going. When you need help, even when you're just beginning, talk to people. Ask for help. Ask for knowledge. Hire a coach. A coach's whole purpose is to help you create and meet your goals, to create a plan. But if you are a part of Digging from Darkness, Living in Light, it's a Facebook group. There are many business owners and many graduates of the business school that I went to. Find one that you can relate to and talk to them. Their whole mission is to help you find your way in one way or another. Talk to them. Read, research, refresh. Read, research, refresh. If you screw up, you make a mistake, everything falls to shit. Read. Spend your spare time not staring at the damn TV or, maybe sometimes not going out and partying with your friends, which I'm going to do tonight. I'm not mad at myself, but maybe spend a little less time doing those things if that's the majority of what you do in your free time, and become fascinated with details of what you do for a living. Constantly be reading or watching videos or talking to people who do or have done what you are trying to do. Research constantly. Take a break. If your brain goes tired and flips you the bird, take a break. Your brain's going to get worn out. Your brain's going to be like, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Knock it off. When you get to that point, okay, take a break. Take a day off or a couple of days or even a vacation, and then get right back to it. Oh, so exciting. So exciting. Okay, you guys, we're actually going super fast today, which is a little bit weird. You are totally going to get overwhelmed. You are absolutely going to have days when you feel like losing your mind. And there are days where you're going to feel like everything's out of control. And you know what? That's okay. Calm down. Calm down and remember your love for the business you're creating. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be all bossy about that. But sometimes when you're frazzled and you're chaotic and you're feeling out of control and everything sucks and oh my God, would you just shut up? Have you had that kind of a day recently? Are you a woman or a married man or someone who's new to being single? Are you trying something new and no matter what you do, it can't seem to get it together? We've all had those days. When you get like this, when you get overwhelmed, when you get frustrated, when nothing seems to be working, when you just want to toss your computer out of a second story window, calm yourself. Remember how happy you were the moment you felt encouraged to launch your business, or that moment when you came up with the idea. Maybe you haven't launched your business yet. Maybe you're not feeling quite brave enough just yet. Or maybe you have so many questions you don't want to open a business now because you're seeing all these details and all these people talking about how hard it is. And you're kind of like, yeah, that looks like a lot of work. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to put myself through that. If you are feeling like it is too much work to open a business, and it is a lot of work, and yeah, there's constantly a bunch of you need to learn. Always be learning something. Yeah, it's work. But what's more work? Looking through the classifieds for a job when the economy gets tanked? Or when your boss gets a bug up his butt because his wife mentioned that you were gorgeous? Or you have a political view that's different? Or you have family emergencies and suddenly you're not reliable? Which is more work? You making the decisions that decides your future, or somebody else having the strings about whether or not you can feed your family? Now, there are a lot of reasons to have your own business or even a side hustle. The security of a paycheck with health insurance and all that happy stuff, you still want to make extra money. Or you've got new and growing financial obligations and you need a side hustle. Guess what? That's launching a business. A side hustle is a business, even if you don't want to think of it that way, because the enormity of having responsibility, excuse me, oh my God, seems overwhelming. Okay, so I'll call it a side hustle. You don't need an office. You don't need a studio. You don't need a TV station or a publishing company. You don't need any of that. Ideas, action. Write a book. Do you write in a journal? Are you constantly on social media telling people what your opinion is? Are you that guy? Are you that chick? Like who's always butting into people and writing books underneath of jokes talking about how serious, it is? What? You know what? I see you out there. There are so many of you out there. Write a book. Write a book. Publish something with pictures in it. Are you a photographer? Do you love to draw? Are you an interesting individual? Do you like telling stories? Write a book. Write a book or a blog and sell a for membership blog site. There are so many ways to have a side hustle. So many ways. And sometimes these side hustles, these people that do this become millionaires. Okay. Wow. Where are we? Holy crap. Oh, ad for the store. Okay, I didn't put you guys through the sponsorship break. If you are familiar at all with what All Joy Inspired does, what we do is we consult and we coach. So let's just say someone is going through some unexpected changes in their life, whether they decide they want something different or something happened. What a coach does is we help people find their way through it to the other side, whether that be creating a business or with a family issue that's new, or maybe they're lonely. Maybe they're lonely and they want to learn how to get back into making new friends, or they're having a problem at work. These services we make available to people, all people, even people that don't have a lot of money or people that can't pay at all. So I'm asking you, the public, please go to alljoyinspired.store Find something fun, something silly, something sweet, something inspirational. Every single dollar of your purchase goes to supporting bringing our services to people who can't pay or who can't pay a lot. So thank you for your support. Announcements. Announcements. Last week, we added Harold Allen Jr. to our group, Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. Hi, Harold. I haven't looked at the chat yet, but say hi to Harold, everybody. Hi. I want to, do a shout out, of course, to Ivan Jimenez, he's no longer new, but he is now a functioning business owner. He has a life coaching business. So if you prefer a male or you just feel connected to Ivan because Ivan is a veteran who lives and navigates PTSD, he is also a really funny guy. So there are actually a few coaches in Digging from Darkness, Living in Light, and I invite you to find a service or a product or even just a mentor in those people. We have a lot of business owners there. I also want to give a shout out to people who have had an impact on me. And I want to say a special thank you to Todd and Nikki Campbell over at Entre Institute. They have the most wonderful effect on people who are suffering. They have a way to reach people who are kicking their own ass, who are in their own way. And it is because of the work of Todd and Nikki Campbell and all of the people that work with them that I'm able to do what I do today. Of course, Entre Institute is another one, and we'll talk about them later. Email me if you want to know about these people and what it is that they do that's so damn special. Email me, Elizabeth Spraggins at alljoyinspired.com. Jeff Dunham. I love that show. All right, we are in the comments now. Yeah. Oh, Chris is back. Chris is our resident bad boy. Chris tends to tick off censors on every major platform. So Chris pops in every now and then when he's not banned. Hi, Chris. Hi, Jamal. Oh, Jamal's here. Yo, Jamal. We have a conversation to have. I need to do... I would love to have you on the show next week, Jamal. Can we talk? Get a hold of me, babe. I'm going to interview you for next week's show. The King of Bakersfield. Person turquoise waving. Dude, I don't understand what that's about. Oh, honey, if you are not commenting in English, I may not understand what you're saying. So thank you, person who wrote, it looks like Greek or Russian. Thank you for joining us and for contributing, but I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. And hello, Facebook user. For those of you who are watching from Facebook, at the instructions at the bottom of the description of the show, it shows you how to give StreamYard permission to publish your name because Facebook has privacy rules and stuff. You have to actually give StreamYard permission. So hello, whoever that is. So that is it. One more thing. And I made you guys wait until the very end of the broadcast to learn this out. I filmed an interview with Lisa Ann for her broadcast yesterday. I wasn't able to receive the footage in time to have it put together and ready for today's broadcast. So next week, it is going to be a conversation between Lisa Ann. Oh my God. What did I say? My name's Elizabeth Murray. Lisa Ann. I filmed an interview with Lisa Ann yesterday. And let's just say it's going to be pretty shocking. So tune in next week, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. My name is Elizabeth Spraggins. I am the founder of All Joy Inspired and the owner of Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. You guys have a great day. Don't drink and drive.